this a shot and see if we immediately drop frames the moment we start focusing on something else. Oh, no, we're using a solid, like, decent amount of we're not using a bunch of our CPU. So for people that want to know what the heck we're going to be doing today, we're going to jump back into C++ like I wanted to. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save as. I'm actually going to create a new folder. We're going to call it projects. And in that folder, we will call a C++ folder. And we will save this as array test, use Pascal case, .cpp. So for people that are wondering why I'm reading the file extensions out, because if you name it .cs and you try to use C++ syntax, it will get very, very angry. Another thing I should do that I failed to do last time was check to see if GPP was in, or G++ was installed. So we're going to go sudo apt install G++. Let me try again. G. There we go. There we go. Sudo apt upgrade. 5 not upgraded. Okay. It is what it is. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go include, and for just brevity, we're going to do include IOStream, include string, and then using namespace, standard namespace, and main, do this, return 0, save. Gotta love it. So I don't remember if I touched on why I prefer using namespace and the standard namespace. That's because it's actually a lot easier to just write the code faster. And I know it's not best practice, but you don't have to do like std : cout or std : endl. And for those that remember the last stream, endl is endline. So we were working with arrays. So I wish they kept some indentation. So we're going to go string, wave, games, 4 equal, and I believe you have to do this. Stardew Valley. I'm gonna have to like I don't remember like exact. Oh boy, I love using Firefox. W3 I just can't remember how to do the string. Oh yeah, you'd have to do. Okay, I did it right. Kind of. So instead of the square brackets, it would in fact be the curly brackets. Let's see if that was the. Oh my god, stop it. Because that'll cause another issue saying there's extra pairs of curly braces, and when you write a bunch of code, that could be an issue. Super Mario Sunshine. And then finally, what did I say? I don't even remember what my last game was. Skyrim. Those, I know Stardew and Super Mario Sunshine are my actual favorite games. Like top two favorite games. I just don't remember what my third choice was. So then, if you want to make sure this works, you do cout. How well are you guys able to see the text? Not very well. I'm going to, zoom in just a little bit. Cout, and we go fave games, and then we pick an array number, which I'm just going to do 0. And for people wondering why 0, for people that don't know, computers start counting at 0. I'm actually going to turn down my mic volume a little bit. Yeah, this stream seems to be running a lot smoother. We're running at a solid, between 10 and 15% of the CPU. At a crisp and cool 60 frames a second. Okay, now I am curious. Here, we'll do this. For I equals 0, I is less than 3, or I is less than 4. Actually, let's put in a fourth game. And this one's kind of a jump king. So yeah, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still going to print out 4 things, but the computer is going to count it as... Oh, God. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. So I'm curious if I can get it to work this time. I doubt it. I++. And then you would do... this. Oh my gosh. I wish there was like alignment that I could do. Cout. Fave game. I. Followed by a new line. I know that's hard to read. Believe me, I know. So we want to go CD projects. Gotta make sure it's right. CD to C, and that's what we need to do. We need to do G++ array test. Oh, error expected comma or oh, I know what I'm missing here. So you need semicolons here and here. Alright. And I think you can actually prompt I know you can prompt the user for the input, and I'll show you how I typically will do that in this language here in a moment. Let me get scooted up comfortably to my laptop here so I'm not hunched over completely like a gremlin. So we're going to save this, and then we're going to recompile it, which isn't hard to do. What? I'm missing something. I've got to be missing something. I know I'm missing a semicolon, but where? Okay, using... Oh! I'm even more forgetful than I thought. Yeah, so... Making sure we got all our semicolons. Yeah, so everything lines up here. I just want to make sure it's readable. I'm actually going to put a comment here saying loop to access entire, I need to learn how to spell entire array. Because you would do this if you wanted to access everything in the array. You would want to loop through the array and print to the console. It's the same in C#. It's the same in Java. I'm just making sure I'm not missing nothing. So I added that comment in there to say this is what this is for. We're initializing, creating, and putting values into the array, which I do believe you can do manually. It's just a pain in the butt. We're going to make sure it's saved. I have worked with arrays in C++ before. It's just the way we had to do it was kind of a pain in the neck. Hey, it worked. ./a.out. Oh! Okay, so what I need to do after we display the... So it did work. It says Stardew Valley, Super Mario Sunshine, Skyrim, and Jump King are my favorite games. However, I think there is a way that I can take user input and put it into an array. And people will say, why would you want to do that? Because when you're making an application for practical use, which is what I like to do, you have to have user input. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know, that was something that we learned very, very early on. So, like, you see this here? Favorite games, and then we just do this. Let's do this. Let's make it even nicer. Oh, I forgot the quotes. There we go. That's better, I think. Maybe. I don't. There. That's better. That'll clean up the output a little bit. So let's actually make a user input test with integers this time. So how I would do this, we're going to create a new file. We're going to save this as user input array test. Okay? So the reason I'm going to do both, I'm actually going to pull this up on Twitch so I can actually see like the chat. The reason I'm actually going through and you know doing this is because I enjoy it. Include IOStream. And right now we'll just use this namespace. So I want to talk about that finals assignment that I had to do while I work on this. So that finals assignment that we had to do for the arrays, I made a video game store and we had to, you know, do all like 1, 2, and 3 dimensional arrays. Or it might have been one of those where we had to create an example for each. I don't even remember all of it, but I do remember doing two major, like a midterm and a final, that both had to do with arrays. And each one of them, one of them I did a video game store, where we looped through all of the inventory, and then I did a makeshift battle system, which I had no idea how to program. Int main 0, or int main, and then that. Oh, good lord, I'm terrible at this. Int main, and then I will do this. Welcome message. Cout. Welcome to a user. Welcome to a user input array test. The first thing we're going to do, and actually what we could do here is this. Favorite number. There we go. So that would be the end of the output, and we'll do we'll go int fav num int fav number. So we're declaring it, we're putting nothing in it, and then to put something in it, I think I showed this off last stream, you do a cin with the angle brackets toward the word fav number. And then I do believe I actually haven't tested this theory out, but I remember in C# you could actually like loop through everything and fill out some data. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's say int, I gotta save this, and then I'm gonna go declare array based off of input. Declare array based off of input, and it would be int my array. Don't do this. Do not do this in production. Do not do my array or num1 or whatever in production code. Make your arrays meaningful, or make your variable names meaningful. So if you're going to prompt the user for something specific, like a favorite number, fav number would work. You know, when I was in college, we actually worked a lot with, you know, incorporating databases into applications. So we worked with a lot of database fields. So if you're working with databases, make sure your column names and your variable names match up to the columns you want to represent. So for example, if you're working with you know, individual people, you know, first name, whatever. It's a bad example, but let's say you're working with, I guess I could have used a game in this instance. So like if you were going to do a game name, a game ID, and a game price, you would have to name those variables so that they make sense to somebody who doesn't touch your application, or who hasn't touched your application, hasn't seen your code. If they have to fix your bugs, they can read your code and understand, okay, this goes with this, and this is how this works. Make your code readable, not only in variable names, but in comments. So I would say array. For this example, I would go array. I prefer using camel case. Array length. Fave number. Array length, fave number. And then I suppose what you could do is this. People are like, well, what are you trying to do here? Okay, so we're going to do this as a test. Like, I'm going to test this, see if my hypothesis is correct. Now, I could lie to you and say it does work, but I'm not even sure. Because all the examples of arrays in C++ don't show you inserting data from user input. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try it. We're going to say test to see if user can insert data to an array. Insert data into I should say into an array. For and I equals 0. I is less than fave number I plus plus. So it will loop as many times as it needs to. So, or as many times as the user inputted. Because remember, we did ask for the user input right here. So that variable is being stored. It will be stored as this. So this is the way of actually putting data into the array. So then what we should do is put int I don't know what to call this. Not fave number. We can't do that one. Alt choices. Okay. So I think I know how I would do this. Okay. And for people wondering, like, why are you not tabbing things over? I'm not using IntelliSense or anything like that, where it automatically aligns your code, which is why I'm going through and like manually kind of trying to align my written code. And then we go boom, and we say see out. What is your next favorite number? So, okay. The reason I didn't go I plus 1 is because it would say, since computers start at 0, I plus 1 for the first round would be 1. What would be your 1 favorite number? What would be your 2 favorite number? What would be your 3 favorite number? And what would be your 4 favorite number? So on and so forth. What is your next favorite number? I'm doing a simple number kind of thing where I'm like, okay, it's easier to work with than strings because in C++ you guys have seen we need to import strings as seen here. I'm actually going to make sure that you guys can see, okay, you guys can see that I'm switching. What is your next favorite number? I wonder if this is going to work the way I think it's going to. So then you would say cin. Actually, that should just be alt choice. cin. And I think it would go. Then you would say array length I need to like tab length at I equals alt choice. And then when the loop is all done, that's when you would then do this. Because then you'd have to do, actually what you could do is outside of this, because that's populating the array right there. This for loop right here is solely for population. I'm not doing a nested for loop, which is entirely possible with within this, because you would just create another for statement saying for int whatever, and then whatever variable name you choose, kind of allowing you. See, this is what makes multidimensional arrays possible, and population within those multidimensional arrays actually works like that. And I'll show you in a second. So, I might show you in a second. I don't know. So let me go back to what I was talking about. So a nested for loop, you would have 2 for statements, 2 sets of curly braces. This would be 1 loop, and then you'd have another loop right underneath it inside this initial set of curly braces. So for 0 I is less than fav number, or fav number I plus plus. Did I get all my semicolons? Yes, I did. And then we would see out I'm actually going to put a comment here output. It's so hard to read because it's like it's dark on dark. Output entire array. That's exactly what we're doing here. Then we would say cout array length Oh boy, this is gonna get messy. At I. Because remember, it's prompting us for that favorite number. And there we go. Let's see if it'll work on my end. Oh, it does! Okay, perfect. Oh. Nope. I hit the wrong thing. Oh, shoot, I forgot the specific. It works, okay. And then I'll do 3. What is my favorite number? 590. What's my next favorite number? 210. My third favorite number? 172. Oh! It does work. I just need to... It does actually work here. So then we're going to do this. Because me forgot to do the thing. Literally, I am not showing the console, but I will be uploading these to GitHub. So, you can do multi-dimensional arrays, and I'm going to try something. I need to come up with like a good example of multi-dimensional arrays, but multi-dimensional arrays would require a nested for loop. And I gotta move this. It's a little bag thing, but yeah, no. That's a fun part for me. Like, programming is actually a lot of fun. I miss it a lot. I missed it when I was working part-time. I actually, at times, would sit and go, I'm betting you there's a database with this and this and this and this. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I missed this a lot. Like, programming graphical applications in C++, I haven't found any way to do it on Linux, but want to make it. Oh God, it's Merg. Are you still here, buddy? Sure. For some reason, it doesn't like. Sure. Oh God. For some reason, it. Oh God, I didn't realize I hit the unmute button. I don't think Berg is here anymore, sadly. Yeah, no, he's not here. Sad. Because that'd be pretty freaking cool if he was. He wants to make a deal! Okay, Merglac. What's the deal? Oh, I forgot the title! I didn't change the title. Let me change it quick. Oh no, I'm terrible at this. Oh man. Alright, I have an idea. Merg is not here no more. Sad. The one time he pops in, I don't answer. Okay, let's go back to work. Let's do some multi-dimensional arrays. Okay, what's going on here with Twitch? It just does not like... Yeah, I have it open on my other computer so I can actually like easily read the chat and stuff. So, as far as I know, Merg is not here. If he wants to make a deal, I'll gladly make a deal with him. Alright. We're immediately going to Control S this, and we're going to say multi-dimensional array multi you know what? We're gonna make this easy. MDA dot CPP multi-dimensional array dot C++. Oh boy! Merg was here, I know that, but he doesn't want to make a deal no more. Son of a biscuit. I knew it was gonna happen! So for anybody that wants to know, I make bets with Merglac, or I make challenges for him, and I call them deals, because if he's successful with the challenges, he gets to pick what I do the next stream. He just popped in the chat and said, "You want to make a deal?" So, I'm sitting here actually doing something that is cool to me. I wonder if I could just make a framework of the basic C++ file that I use. And I'm probably just going to include, I don't know yet. What do I want to do for multi-dimensional array? I could do car. I could make a car array that, oh boy, I haven't worked with multi-dimensional arrays in a long time. So, arrays in loop, omit, get array size. Yeah, now I'm just watching and waiting for Merg to pop in and be like, I got a deal for you, buddy. No, I love Merg. Merg's awesome. We're gonna go using namespace standard int main tab. Oh, am I not capturing the screen? No, I'm not. There we go. So int main return zero. Save. I love how the compiler instantly starts running when you hit save. So I suppose what we could do is a car array, do color, brand, or like type. I don't even remember how to declare multi-dimensional arrays. I don't remember how to declare multi-dimensional array C++. I don't remember how to do it. Multi-dimensional arrays in C++. Yep. Yep, you would do oh! So I was kind of thinking right here. Multi-dimensional arrays are any dimensional array that is bigger than 1. I'm not even kidding. I will always say a one-dimensional, two-dimensional, and then multi. There aren't any uses for arrays bigger than 2 dimensions. So the way I'm seeing, I needed to refresh my memory on the best way to do it. So we would go, oh, that means I have to do the car type. Actually, we'll do kind of like a NASCAR manufacturer list here. Include, I just figured it out here. Okay. We'll do a 2-dimensional array just because it's going to be easier and I don't have to I had problems with arrays bigger than 2 dimensions because it would just loop forever, it seemed like. I will actually put these on my GitHub. And I will debug some of the other files here. So we will say cout, other way around. Okay, yeah, I didn't forget that. Welcome to the multi-dimensional array example. So all I'm going to do is create an array of 4 and an array of, there's 3, so it would be an array of 4 and 3. So car type, so in array number 1 would be car manufacturer, and then car brand or car name. So for example, if we were to do Ford, you could do the F-150, F-250, F-350 if you're talking trucks. Or if you're going to do multiple manufacturers and you're going to pick cars or trucks from either manufacturer. So in NASCAR, I'm going to use NASCAR as an example because I know NASCAR more than anything else. So let's say we have Chevy, Ford, and Toyota. In the Cup Series, Chevy's run the Camaro Z1LE or something like that. Ford runs the Ford Mustang, and Toyota runs the Toyota Camry. In the Xfinity Series, it's the Chevy Camaro, the Ford Mustang GT, and the Toyota Supra. In the Truck Series, it's the Toyota Tundra, Ford F-150, and Chevy Silverado. So an example of that would be a string, which means we immediately have to include string. Nothing from the Mergman? Let's check Discord quick. See if he sent me a message on there. I think he might have went live. Oh, no, he didn't. Which kind of surprises me. I don't know if he's going to go live today. I think he was live yesterday, so he might not go live today. He might go live tomorrow. Who knows? we'll wait and see. So anyway, we've imported the string, or the string library, so we're going to save. And then we are going to go like this. We're going to say string car info. And I'm just going to do this to print because inputting information would just take too long to test. And I'm probably going to add on to this, or like add on to an example. Car info for 3. I don't know how I can put so we'll just focus on the I was like, I don't know, but my brain is also like, okay, that makes sense. So it kind of reads like X and Y coordinates. But I hope you guys are actually enjoying this and me kind of like getting back into programming. I'm enjoying this. I'm having a lot of fun. I really am, guys. It's been a lot of fun. And I'm diving back into programming for the first time, like fully, in many, many months. I would make a web application. Is Merg still here? I don't think he is. Darn it. He showed up when I wasn't looking and I couldn't do things. So how you would do it, let's do it this way. Let's do I think it is this way. So we'd go Ford Mustang so there's 0, 1. Actually, we'll do 3, 3, not 4, 3. Ford Mustang I don't think I spelled that right, but we'll go with it. And then Toyota Camry. All right. I'm doing that, like, I don't mean to infringe on anything. I'm just kind of using the car names because the one thing that I know is NASCAR. And I could tell you all about the different makes and models of car that have ran in that series. I'm not even kidding. Ford has run the Taurus, like from 90 to the modern day. They have run the Thunderbird, the Taurus, and the Mustang, and well, the Fusion, and then the Mustang, because it went Thunderbird, Taurus, Fusion, Mustang. with the Taurus and Fusion being the two longest running Ford models. The Chevrolet camp has ran the Monte Carlo SS, Impala SS, and the Chevy SS, or the Chevrolet SS, and now the Camaro and Camaro ZL1E, like the Camaro ZL1 and ZL1E. Alright, this is actually an introduction into multi-dimensional array and nested for loops. Nested for loop to go through each array element in multi-dimensional array. For I equals 0, I is less than 3, I plus plus. Okay. And then we go for int. Oh, forgot that int j is equal to 0. J is less than 3. J plus plus. All right. Actually, could it be like this? I'm not sure. And then you would, I'm assuming these are running simultaneously, like asynchronous to each other, but I might need to refresh my memory on how this works. Yeah, I could try this and then just compile it, see if it'll work. Alright, I'm gonna actually rename the executables because because for some reason G++, I think this was multi-dimensional array. MDA.out, which I thought I heard my own voice for a second. G++. I need to put a space between that. Nested name. Oh, because it's nom space. That was a misspelling. I don't know how I missed that. Because it would have gotten mad. Like it wouldn't have been that color. I haven't done this in so long, I'm actually doubting if I know what I'm doing. Car info was not declared in this scope. Expected before string. string, so I'm missing a semicolon somewhere. Oh! I don't know how I'm missing these things. And then it will say expected semicolon before. Okay, we're going to clear it. And then we're going to recompile. Yeah, expected a semicolon before the curly brace. Did I not do that right? Oh! I forgot an equal sign. Don't be afraid to look things up if you don't know it. Actually, I'm wondering, okay, hold on, let me try this. Let me try what I was doing. So you would go, oh. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go for int I equals 0. I is less than 3. I plus plus. Then we're going to go immediately underneath it for int j equals 0. J is less than 3. I plus plus. Then we would do that. It might get angry just because of that, but I know people are going to look at me and be like, what the fuck are you doing? You dumb shit. And I know people are going to be like, it's clear you haven't had any industry experience. Not with C++. Not with C++. With Salesforce is my industry experience, which is based in the cloud. I could tell you all about Salesforce and why businesses use it. Businesses use it because of the fact that it's all in the cloud. It has a client-based architecture, or a client or a tenant-based architecture where resources are shared among everyone. And in all honesty, like, the thing with Salesforce, I'm going to go away from pitching it. The thing with Salesforce is it uses Apex, which is a Java-like language. At least it's pushed as a Java-like language, where you actually need to have at least a 70% code coverage. 70 to 75, I think it's 70. It might be 75. But like a certain amount of code coverage, I think it's 70. I'm going to double check that. Percent of code coverage in order to actually have your class be usable by the web application itself. So, and for triggers, it's a very small percent as well. It's been a while since I've had to talk about Salesforce. It's been a long time and it's gone away. So then you would go, I might have done it right. I'm gonna just make sure I did it right. I'm not sure. C++ nested for loop. Yeah, you would do. I had it right. Yeah, so you would do. So instead of what I'm doing, it would literally be this. No, I wanted to go up, not down. Yeah, you would go. I see what they're doing. I know what they're doing. Yeah, because they have it right underneath the opening bracket. So it'd be like this. Oh, I hit caps lock instead of. I'm waiting for Merg to pop back in. Be like, you want to make a deal? So instead, I think it would go like this. This would be the overarching kind of thing here. No, I hit caps lock again. And then you would do C out. See, they don't do it with the arrays, though. They do it with, like... I'll have to do some research. I don't remember how to do this. Test line. Actually, I think what you would do... You would go car info. Oh, hey, Merg is on. Car info. Would it be that? And then you would do be the same thing. I don't know. Like, this is me literally trying to spitball things and make sure they work. Yep, J was not declared in the scope. So actually, I wonder if I wasn't right the first time. I don't know. I will revisit this another time. So, I'm going to take a break so I can go watch the Merg Man for a little bit. We have been live for about an hour and 3 minutes. That's about 3 hours live today, roughly. Or 2 hours live today, I guess. Not 3 hours. I'm sorry. We will be back tomorrow for the podcast. See you then. Bye-bye.